So it does look like all those who warned that we were being too soft on homegrown jihadists and were called racist for doing so have actually been proven right, doesn't it? Well, let's have a chat now with one of those people, Anne-Marie Waters, Director of Sharia Watch UK. Good afternoon, Anne-Marie.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I am all right. I suppose you don't take any pleasure in saying you were correct, but what do you make of what we hear today from the EU Security Chief?
Well, I want to know more details. I think we need to know more details so that the people can decide what they want to do. I mean, this 3,000 worrying people, what do you mean worrying? How worrying?
Yeah.
What kind of danger do they actually present to us? What are they citizens? If they're not, what are they doing here? We need to know. We need to know, and then we need to ask the public what they want us to do about it. That's what the politicians should be doing. But instead, they're pretending this is some isolated case. I don't know what it is that they will not look at the bigger picture here. Across the board, the politicians, the security guard, we're just not talking about the big picture either, and we need to do that. And the big picture, of course, is the religion itself. We need to talk about this. But you see what happens?
They're scared. They're scared of being accused of Islamophobia. And I was making the point earlier, Anne, that this led the news this morning. It's now not even on the BBC News website, as far as I can see, or Sky News. They've moved on. It seems as if the mainstream media and the establishment elite are all in kind of denial. They don't really want to have to confront this problem. But as you rightly say, we need the detail, and we do need to confront it as a society, don't we?
We do, absolutely. But of course, look what's happening. Look what happens when you try. I'm actually stunned that all this, after all the crisis around the grooming gangs, and we're still doing things like this, like what happened to Sarah Champion. It's still happening. There was another Muslim woman, a counsellor. I believe they deselected her because she spoke out with Sarah Champion and to support Sarah Champion. I mean, we're still doing this. People are terrified because the examples are still being set. And it seems to be getting worse. I actually think it's getting worse. I think as the truth reveals itself, the attacks on people are becoming worse and worse. I was surprised by what happened with Sarah Champion. I shouldn't even say anything that much. So it's no surprise that we're still on the same road to complete destruction. We really are. It's insane. I don't know what will change it. We need leaders to speak out.
When you say it's the wider issue of the whole faith itself, what do you mean by that? Because that is the thing that does wind up a lot of people when you come out with that statement, Anne-Marie.
Yeah. No, look, why can't we talk about what's written in the Quran? It's this incredible thing. I've actually seen politicians over the years on television shows and say, well, let's not talk about it. They actually say, let's not get into the theology of it all. Well, why not? It is driving this. These people are religiously devoted, religious fanatics. We have to start looking at this religion. And the only way it's mentioned now is when it's either discounted as irrelevant or you're attacking someone as a hate monger simply for asking questions. I want us to look at the bigger picture and decide what we do about the future, the next few generations. What do we do now? And to do that, to make those decisions, we have to be fully informed. And that means looking at the religion, looking at the Quran and looking at Muhammad and seeing where these ideas are coming from. We've got to. It's insane that we're looking away from the main motivator.
Okay, you say that, so what is wrong with Islam as far as you're concerned?
Well,
if you were having that debate, what would be your starting point?
Many things. The Quran is full of Islamic dominance, that Islam should dominate the world. And this can't live side by side in free societies. If you're a supremacist and you believe you're superior to everyone else, how can you have a sort of a safe society, a integrated society with a religion that teaches its own superiority, and quite significantly? It's not a passing remark. It's the entire religion is based essentially on political world domination. It's in the Quran over and over again. You've got to deal with that, and you've got to understand the mindset and the beliefs and the characteristics and behaviours that kind of religious instructions create. That's all I want to know. That's all I want to do.
Effectively you're saying the whole religion is incompatible with Western democracy. Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't, of course there are elements of it that are okay, but you get the whole package. And the elements that are not okay are so not okay that we can't live with them. and we shouldn't be expected to live with them. You know, we can get the good bits without the bad bits. We don't need.
Okay.
I mean, charity. We all give to charity. You know, we're talking about rules which subjugate women, which kill gays, which call for the annihilation of Jews. We're talking about a scripture of this caliber. And we can't, no matter how many other good bits may be in it, this bad bit is too bad. We can't live with it.
And why do you think they refused to have that debate? And why do you think they refused to get tough on the jihadists themselves, the Islamists?
Loads of reasons for that one. I mean, basically we ought to be, at least this 3,000, how dangerous are they, and ought they be locked up? But of course we can't do this. We're tied into all sorts of human rights treaties and human rights legislation, which effectively places the terrorist as a priority, their rights as priority over their potential victims. I want to put that into reverse. But we can't. Too many international obligations. The governments are answering to pretty much everyone except for the voting public. They're more worried about upsetting the government in Pakistan, for example, than they are about upsetting their own people. This is the internationalist order, if you like. So we need to be a sovereign country first and be able legally to act in our own best interests. And at the moment, we're not.
We seem to have trouble becoming a sovereign nation at the moment.
Quite.
If you look at the state of the Brexit talks, and now Germany are having a right go at us as well. So are we all doomed?
Are we all doomed? No, not at all. Not at all. You can see people are starting to wake up. People are starting to fight back. There's a huge movement across Europe for the nation state again. As these troubles get bigger and bigger, and they will, we'll have terror attacks on a weekly basis. We'll continue to. And people will become more and more aware. So no, we're not doomed at all. We just need new leadership. And it's difficult because I'm giving it a try. But my word, I'm having obstacles put in my way, I can tell you. What a battle. But we'll get there.
Anne-Marie, good talking to you. Thank you very much.